Hello everybody and welcome to a spotlight on Out of Space. A fun little puzzle type game which is apparently still in early access because obviously you need to use about 10% of your screen space on your main menu with this kind of promotion. Please don't do that, game developers. It is a little bit annoying. I understand that it gives news and it gives clicks through your Twitch page and your Discord server and that on long term. Business-wise, I understand it. From a consumer perspective, I'm annoyed by this. Anyway, let's get into the game itself because it's actually quite a bit of fun. Before anything else though, let's go through the settings real quickly. We have a windowed mode, we have a full screen mode. I have it on windowed mode because it makes recording easier. We've got resolutions, which I'm not going to fuck with because obviously recording. We've got graphics, which it's not a graphically stunning game, so it doesn't really matter. VSync, if your monitor supports it, it's not really that important for this game, but it's nice to have. I mean, you always want to have it over not having it, right? So target frame rate, master audio volume, music volume, sound effect volume, languages. I wonder what languages we have actually. We have English, Chinese, Portuguese, German, French, Russian, Japanese, Italian, Spanish. Don't even know what that language is. Dutch. I love this game already. Polish, Turkish. That's a lot of languages. Wow, I'm actually impressed. Accessibility mode, accessibility mode decreases the difficulty significantly. Don't want that. Server region, best region. It is online. I will get into that in a moment. Then we've got controls, which it is recommended that you do play this on a controller, but seeing as how my controller is fucked at the moment, I'm playing this on mouse and keyboard. And that is really all there is to it. You can play this with multiple players, but seeing as how I don't have friends, I'm not going to. Let's start a match. I don't exactly know how this is going to work because I've not done any online matches. I've only done the tutorial. Again, I want to know what the game is about a little bit, but I don't want to lose the first impression here. So we can cycle through characters, which literally only changes our head. I like the beaver dude. And ship size, you can only do small. You probably can do larger ones when you level up or something. Press any key to join if I had any friends. I do that right now. Let's go ready. And let's see if that weekly challenge, it's alive. Cleaning, okay, apparently we're going. I don't know if this is going to drop me in a map alone or if this is going to put me up on a competitive or cooperative stuff. I think I'm just alone here, which honestly, for the purpose of this video, is fine. So what you do is you have puzzle rooms and you need to complete puzzles. So let's open this door here. And we need a battery in here. Well, luckily we actually, one moment, because I think it might be, first of all, the aspect ratio changed since I started the game, which is a little bit weird. But I might want to be able to capture my mouse cursor here, just to show you guys things. Usually I have that turned off. This is a battery, so we pick up the battery and we place the battery in here. So now these two stations have power and you can place things on them. You don't really need a mouse for the game whatsoever if you're playing this with mouse and keyboard, by the way. So this is a pumpkin garden, which I could place down here, but then that door is inaccessible. So I'm going to place it down here, which me being a little bit fumbly with the controls mostly is the issue with mouse and keyboard. If you play this on a controller, it's nowhere near as bad. So then we also have a couple of doors here, but this door is very, very grimy. So you want to throw some water on it, and that is that. The only complaint I have so far is that sometimes you just literally cannot drop items for some reason. I mean, you can put away the bucket by... Maybe that's a design decision. It's not one that I'm hugely fond of. You can't put down some items. If I pick up this, I can, for instance, just drop it whenever or I cannot. I would like to be able to drop items a little bit more easily. I have not found a way to reliably do that yet, other than just like, did I not just clean that door up? Oh, you need to first, before you can do that, you need to clean the floor. And apparently there was some dirtiness on the floor there. So now we can pick up this again, hopefully. No, we cannot, because why would you ever let me do that? I guess my dog is going into, and that box is going into space as well. I'm very sorry about that. I think I just killed a dog. So I cannot drop this mob for some reason. I did look into the settings. Oh, they respawn. Good, I didn't kill the dog. It says C or L to drop things. It's not letting me drop things. I'm very sorry. It's not letting me drop things. So I am not entirely sure what's wrong there. That seems to be an issue, which I cannot fix at the moment. The best way to drop the thing is to exhaust yourself, apparently, because you fall asleep. And obviously that's going to take some time away, and you want to do this as quickly as possible. But at least I managed to drop the fucking thing. So now let's go pick up a pumpkin and eat the pumpkin, because you also do need to eat. And I don't know exactly what happens when you don't eat, but I'm going to guess you starve. So let's now get back here and clean up this door. And then the pumpkin farm also requires water to function, and we're going to need food, as I said. So, and that also cleaned up the other door. Wonderful. While we're at it, let's clean up all the doors in that room, because why wouldn't we? And move on to... Oh, there's enemies in this one. That is interesting. That was not part of the tutorial whatsoever. I don't know why you wouldn't make that part of the tutorial, because that's just a little bit weird. Let's... Oh, they make the things dirty, more dirty. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, do I just like kill you with a mob? Because that makes a shit ton of sense. And they lay eggs on doors. You can't kill them. Wait a second, you can't kill them? You can only knock them out. That's going to be annoying. Okay, so it seems like the best way to deal with these kinds of things is to lock them up in a room you don't want to be in anyway. And then close the door right behind you. So they did just break like 2 of my things, which I am not particularly happy about. And I think I'm going to lock them up in a room like somewhere at some point. The question is, what room am I going to lock them up in? It does seem to like... You don't really want to deal with these all the time, and they... Oh my god, they also lay eggs. And that's a different kind of enemy. Okay, so... Another point of critique here is the tutorial does not prepare you for the game whatsoever. If you make a dedicated tutorial, at least like give me the basis of all the mechanics. You literally did not give me anything at all on enemies, which that's just bad. Also, I bought a battery because there was a shop which has items in it which you can buy, and some of them are more useful than others. Oh, that's the rumble. Oh, I died! My controller's plugged in, even though it's broken. But the rumble still works. So, I want to live alone. Start a solo match. Maybe, just maybe, I failed there mostly because I was doing this solo and not with a team. It seems like the game might be more cooperative than it is competitive. That being said, you might be able to make it competitive if you want to as well. I have got 2 out of 3 matches played for that achievement. So, yeah, that is the basic idea of the game. If I had to say anything as of right now, this is first and foremost a short video because it does seem to be a fairly simple game. I'm not going to get back into another game because those enemies kind of annoy me. Make your tutorial a little bit more in-depth. I know having a lengthy tutorial really sucks. But it was mandatory. I couldn't get into a match before starting the tutorial, which, if it's a competitive type of game, makes sense. But then again, it's not that complicated of a game, and it's a co-op game, so my co-op partners can explain the game to me if need be. So making the tutorial mandatory, I'm not a huge fan of, especially since the tutorial doesn't even like explain all of the game mechanics. It only explained a fair few, like putting the batteries in the power sources and then having a pumpkin farm and like cleaning up. That kind of thing. That was all explained within the tutorial. The tutorial did not give you any idea that there were even going to be enemies, let alone how to deal with them. So that definitely should be added to the tutorial. It is an early access, I am aware, but if you are on Steam selling your game, you open yourself up to critique. That being said, there is a link down below in the description if you do seem to enjoy this game for whatever reason. And with that link, I get a little bit of a reference fee. So if you are thinking about buying this game, do use the link below, please. It's not more expensive for you. I just get a little bit of a cut out of it and everybody's happy. I mean, other than you having this game, because at the moment, I'd say it's not very worth it. That's been all for today with Out of Space, having had the spotlight for the past 10 or so minutes. Again, it's been a bit of a short video, but sometimes games just don't have a lot to offer. And within the first like half an hour of playing, I'm probably not going to be playing this again. I'm going to be very honest with you. It's not that great. It's not actively bad. It's just, it needs some work. I'll see you all back next time. Bye.